The 2nd century BC. Numerous trade caravans filled the expanses between East Asia and the Mediterranean Sea. The era of the Great Silk Road began. This was an era when the states located along the ancient route of distribution of goods, knowledge, cultures, and people started to flourish. The second decade of the 21st century, the modern world turns to the past. Asia and Europe are on the threshold of the birth of a new intercontinental highway. Railways, highways, transportation roads, logistics, and innovation infrastructure. Welcome to the new Silk Road. Our TV journey down the new Silk Road, connecting the Asia-Pacific region with European markets, continues. This transcontinental transport corridor is part of the global Chinese initiative, One Belt, One Road. More than a third of the total length of the modern Silk Road runs through the territory of Kazakhstan.
От специальной экономической зоны Хоргос-Восточные ворота берет свое начало автомобильная...
The highway, Western Europe, Western China, originates from the Special Economic Zone, Kharkov Eastern Gate. This is the most important transport artery connecting Asia and Europe, and it is the most important part, an important link in the transport and logistics system of the Republic of Kazakhstan.
Республики Казахстан.
The objective of the mega project, the transport corridor Western Europe, Western China, is to intensify the economic and cultural ties between Europe and Asia through the construction of the appropriate infrastructure. Having started in the seaport of Liaoning, the main line finishes in the northwest of the Russian Federation, in St. Petersburg. In other words, the corridor will connect the densely populated areas of the Pacific Ocean with the transport arteries of the Baltic Sea. To understand the grandeur of the project, we need to voice key indicators. The total length of the transnational corridor is 8,445 kilometers. Of these, the length of the highway passing through the territory of Kazakhstan is 2,787 kilometers, most of which, at the beginning of the work, was subject to deep reconstruction. At the same time, the restoration of the routes should have been carried out on the basis of modern requirements for international autobahns. This involved professional contractors, high-class equipment, and a progressive system of quality control. First of all, any organization that wants to participate in these projects must have a certified and accredited quality laboratory. Second of all, we attract technical supervision, independent technical supervision to all works. We have introduced special institutes that allow us to ensure the elimination of defects during the period of operation. It is during the warranty period when we can easily improve the quality of the work. Such large-scale work requires huge financial investments, a large number of professional workers, and an impressive amount of specialized equipment. The total cost of reconstruction and construction was estimated at more than 800 billion tenge. The loans were received from the World Bank, the Asian, European, and Islamic development banks. Thanks to the trust of international financial institutions in the government and the economic policy of Kazakhstan, this issue was solved in a timely manner. Road construction works started in 2009. The highway Western Europe, Western China passes through the territory of the 5 most densely populated regions of the Republic of Kazakhstan. Due to the multiplier effect of the project, the manufacturing industry received an impulse for development. Investment flows increased, roadside service facilities developed, new jobs appeared. Moreover, the workers who took part in the construction of the highway acquired new knowledge and skills. This made them highly qualified and highly paid specialists.
Уровень компетенции казахстанских инженеров, казахстанских строителей транспортной инфраструктуры сегодня вырос. Мы можем говорить, что у нас вырос инженерный состав.
The level of competence of Kazakhstan engineers, Kazakhstan builders of the transport infrastructure has grown today. We can say that we have grown engineering staff. We have a technique and people who can work on this modern technology. And this is an important result of the Zholy program, besides creating jobs themselves, building kilometers of running airports. A huge result is the emergence of competent professional specialists. To date, the construction and reconstruction of the Kazakhstan section of the corridor Western Europe-Western China is almost complete. The most important component of the New Silk Road allowed opening and increasing the capacity of hundreds of industries. The project involved more than 200 small and medium-sized enterprises of public catering, trade, and transport services. In the future, the number of business entities, especially those engaged in maintenance and service, will only grow, apart from the projected increase in freight traffic. This is a definite because, in comparison with alternative cargo routes, the land, the Trans-Siberian Railway, and the sea, the travel time to the final point of delivery of goods is reduced significantly. The waterway from China to Europe takes up to 45 days, Trans-Sib Railway up to 14 days, and the shipment of containers along the Western Europe-Western China route takes 10 days.
Сопряжение национальной стратегии развития имеет ключевое значение в продвижении инициативы «Один пояс, один путь».
An example of a national development strategy is key to advancing the One Belt, One Road initiative. Let's take infrastructure, for example. Any large multilateral transnational infrastructure cannot be built without conjugation. The project Western China, Western Europe, if any country is not ready within the project Western China, Western Europe, then it will not be built for sure. Other projects are the same. So we just want to express our gratitude to our Kazakhstan friend, a wise man, and there is a theory that mutual benefit, co-development between us already brings its results.
Это как раз и есть та теория, что взаимовыгодности, соразвития, это как раз между нами, это уже есть жизнь.
One can definitely say that the practical experience gained during the construction of the Western Europe-Western China highway allowed for the construction and reconstruction of the remaining highways in Kazakhstan in accordance with modern international standards. As part of the Zholy infrastructure development program, more than 20 road projects with a total length of 4,500 kilometers are planned to be implemented. These highways, in particular of international and republican significance, are being built by enhanced parameters, with the expectation of a higher load and traffic intensity. Therefore, now, during the construction and repair of roads, special attention is paid to the use of innovative construction materials that increase the durability and quality of transport arteries.
Повышает качество используемых материалов, технологий, которые сегодня есть в нашей дорожной отрасли.
It improves the quality of materials used, technologies that are in our road industry today. For example, the use of modified road bitumen improves the quality of the pavement itself. The use of stabilizers improves the quality of the road bed. The use of recycling in the repair allows you to fully use all existing pavement materials in secondary use with the addition of new components. In addition, we are quite well used the waste of our adjacent enterprises. These are industrial enterprises. In short, the construction of the International Transcontinental Highway, Western Europe, Western China, which is the most important element of the New Silk Road, is not only an economically advantageous project for Kazakhstan, but also a kind of catalyst for the growth of the country's transit, industrial and tourist potential. In addition, the new auto corridor will allow to integrate more tightly into the system of other international transport routes, such as Trans-Sika, North-South, and the Central Asian Corridor, the Trans-Asian Railway.
Есть поручение главы государства до 2020 года включительно.
According to the tasks set by the head of state, by 2020, we need to ensure profitability from transit through the Republic of Kazakhstan by all modes of transport in the region of $5 billion. Moreover, it should be borne in mind that the lion's share of high-value added services, loading or unloading, takes place over the territory of Kazakhstan, but transit revenues are also high worldwide.
Для любой администрации.
Increasing profitability from transit is not only a task for motor vehicles. With the resurgence of the New Silk Road, the railway industry will also take up a lion's share. The whole territory of Kazakhstan is entangled by a network of iron highways. However, in order for the international transport and logistics organism to function effectively, our republic had to build up the national railway system with hundreds of kilometers of new routes and thousands of new infrastructure facilities. The requirements were quite specific. The railways should be provided with rolling stock so that cargo, including transit, could in a short time safely get to the next transport hub, where, if necessary, could be sorted and loaded for a different type of transport. Behind these simple conditions lies a long and painstaking preparatory work. The country needs new railways, new service points, new infrastructure facilities, logistic tools, and highly professional personnel. In order to correspond to the states developed in terms of transit traffic, it is necessary to develop multimodal freight traffic.
Это приводит к тому, что, если говорить практически,
If we are speaking from a practical point of view, if the cargo is overloaded, then you need to change all the handling documents accordingly, and the client must again deal with all customs documents. That is, it leads, firstly, to a delay. Secondly, it is a certain bureaucratic red tape. Thirdly, it is a waste of time and, of course, financial expenses.
соответственно, конечно, это финансовые затраты.
The problem, according to the leadership of the national company Kazakhstan Temir Zholy, will be resolved after the introduction of a single transport document, the Bill of Landing. The work on the elimination of bureaucratic barriers is currently being actively pursued in various areas. And yet the main share of the transformations that will allow Kazakhstan to become the center of international transit and logistics processes falls on the transport and logistics component. For the timely delivery of goods from the countries of the Asia-Pacific region, Kazakhstan or Europe, cars and trains should be prepared. Ground transport should move on high quality and safe highways through a network of specially equipped hubs designed for receiving, sorting, and reloading goods for various types of transport. The national railway industry is more than 100 years old, but the system has not yet experienced such high quality and large-scale transformations. Previously, this was facilitated by a number of programs for the development of the country's transport potential. And recent changes are related to the implementation of the state program of infrastructure development and the revival of the New Silk Road. Hundreds of kilometers of new railways, bridges, crossings, and stations have already been introduced. They are being built and reconstructed. Rolling stock updated. In Kazakhstan, the production of modern locomotives is adjusted. The high-quality service of rolling stock is organized. The necessary components for the construction and overhaul of railways are being produced. There is a continuous process of training and retraining of professional staff. All this made it possible to fully enter the club of countries with a developed transport and logistics infrastructure in a short time, which is clearly confirmed by the growing rates of freight traffic. Since 2011, in total, we sent more than 10,000 railway freight trains to Europe. But only for 2017, there were already 3,673 such container trains. In the current year, as shown by the results of observations, this figure will increase. Along the route of the New Silk Road, about 50 cities appeared in the People's Republic of China, and therefore this area is of increased interest to our business. The land trade route is also interesting to our neighbors, therefore optimization of transport infrastructure and rolling stock is observed in all countries of the Silk Road axis. Cargo from our country to Europe is transported through three main points. Two of them, Dostik and Korgos, they are located on the Chinese-Kazakh border. Every year, a land and trade route, in this case the railway, becomes more interesting to new players. For example, on October the 17th of this year, during the official visit of the President of Kazakhstan to Finland, an agreement was reached on cooperation in the field of transit and transport sectors. An agreement on the start of regular shipments was signed between KDZ Express and Nurminen Logistics. By this step, Finland not only confirmed its intentions to intensify trade relations with official Astana, but also marked the first step of integration with the new Silk Road. It was announced that the construction of a logistics hub with access to the Gulf of Finland, focused on receiving and transshipment of goods coming from the east, will start soon. At the same time, Kazakhstan was named a key partner in the establishment of transit in the Central Asian region.
И мы видим сегодня, что многие поезда, они имеют обратную загрузку.
Today we can see that many trains have a reverse load. Cargoes travel by rail from Europe through Russia, Kazakhstan to China. That is, transit between Europe and Asia through Kazakhstan for our economy is already becoming a separate.
Для нашей экономики это отдельной точкой роста.
Meanwhile, the process of building new railways and highways designed to increase the transit and export potential of Kazakhstan is underway at an active pace. For example, the reconstruction of an important section of the new Silk Road, the Bayneo-Agzhigit-Tajan Highway, is almost completed. This artery connects Uzbekistan with Russia through Kazakhstan. It also connects the neighboring countries with the seaport Kurek and, in general, the Caspian region with Europe. After reconstruction, the performance of the highway will double.
Многие компании сегодня, иностранные компании, в том числе европейские компании, сегодня достаточно много передвигаются по территории Казахстана в сторону Китая, Центральной Азии и наоборот. Это наши приоритеты. Мы видим, что транзитные перевозки для нас это очень важно. И мы создаем сегодня комфорт.
Many foreign and European companies today move around in Kazakhstan, China, Central Asia, and vice versa. These are our priorities. Transit traffic is very important for us. We are creating comfortable conditions. We are implementing smart transport system through which we track how comfortable they are today. What else needs to be done? We have implemented international requirements at home, harmonized them with ours. We have more than 2,000 road service facilities. There are 25,000 people working there. Moreover, 45% of the road service works according to the international standards, and we will finish this work in 2 days. The mainland highway of the new Silk Road complements a number of roads and railways, also contributing to the strengthening of the transit and transport potential of the Republic. And such reconstructed or new objects are not few. Among them are the Arkalyk, Shubarkol, Zhezkazgan-Bayneo, Almaty-1, Shu railway lines, the Borzhak-the Ersay automobile route, which connects the Mangishlak-Uzen highway with the Caspian water area, the above-named Bayneo-Agzhigit-Tajan, and others.
Программа «Нурлы-Жол» является инфраструктурным каркасом для дальнейшего развития в целом транспортно-логистического сектора нашей страны.
The Nurly-Zhol program is an infrastructure framework for the development of the transport and logistics sector of the Republic of Kazakhstan. As part of this state program, a number of very important projects have been implemented. The construction of the second tracks of Almaty-Shu, the construction of the SEZ Korgos Eastern Gate, and, in the final phase, the construction of the Port Kurik. In addition to Nurly-Zhol, a lot of railways were built during the years of independence. There are more than 2,000 kilometers from east to west. This is a significant factor for solving various logistic tasks.
2500 километров новых железнодорожных линий, которые прошли от востока до запада, и их значение, оно является тоже очень важным фактором в успешности построения тех или иных логистических решений.
Thus, Kazakhstan has all the necessary tools to increase cargo transportation, domestic, export, or transit. Although, for the Republic, the process of improving transit transport logistics has become permanent. The rapid development of the new Silk Road and major investments in infrastructure turn the Republic into a powerful trading center and an important link between the Asia-Pacific region and the states of Europe. And our television journey was close to the next destination, the water area of the Caspian Sea.